Hey, good evening again, chummers. This is your GM, Jeremy. Just welcoming you back to another episode of the Shadowrum podcast. As always, we record live in front of an audience at the Malted Meeple. Check them out on the Matrix at www.maltedmeeple.com. Or come on down, we record every other Tuesday. We're going to keep this episode alive, percolating along slowly with a good old Italian roast. And, thanks for sticking with us. I know it's a little tough, I know it's a little rough, and I know there's a lot of table talk in this one. Tried to take out as much as I could, but sometimes you just gotta leave the flavor in. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for sticking with us. Seriously.
You to start a fire.
No. You can start a fire.
You have 2 net hits on Grandma.
You ready?
Okay, so I hit
Jump
Grandma.
up. He's the fire alarms.
Are now glowing.
So we were gonna hit them and yell fire in the kitchen. Everyone go out the
What
front.
is your normal unarmed damage?
Holding a full fire alarm.
Hang on.
People do it on their own.
Right.
Sorry. I was just like, oh, look. Oh, look, there he is.
You're stunned in the kitchen.
Stuff.
The danger is we get this lady out before the
For 5 stun.
No, we're gonna hit the fire alarm.
Add your 2 net to that, and then add another 2 for the weapon. So you're dealing 7. This is resisted by...
Do you have to roll anything to pull the fire alarm?
You have to pull
Unarmed attack.
skill.
Roll logic. Just to see if you know which way to pull. Yeah, you're fine.
1.
Don't I have one logic?
He said you're fine.
Huh.
4 successes in logic.
He knows where it's at.
Beavis has done this several times.
And I use commanding voice.
Oh,
to
this is
yell,
a Model
fire.
AR-67 fire alarm. I know this one well.
Matter of fact, I think Beavis installed this one.
Commanding voice, you can say 5 things to each person you want to praise.
So, those who are watching through the AR feed notice
Just laughing?
that Grandma gets whacked over the back of the head and then falls over.
And then Don Luigi gets picked up.
We need to get both of them out there because if Grandma dies due to this neurostone.
I pull the fire
Protect them
alarm.
both.
Can I carry Luigi and Grandma?
No.
Alright,
Luigi's kind of on the heavy side.
I'll go in and get Grandma and put her.
Yeah, because everyone
put her
else is
out
running
there.
out the front from the fire alarm.
Because then I look like a hero.
Roll a perception check. This is your 1 point of free common sense.
1 hit. Off of 8 dice.
Okay. Restaurants have exhaust fans for the kitchen. You can probably suck the gas out using the exhaust fan if you turn it on.
Alright.
Well, the restaurant's open, the fans are usually wired.
They don't seem to be running the fans right now.
Can I turn a fryer on remotely and then turn the fans on?
I turn the fans on. I go in there and turn the fans on.
Okay. Do you have chem seal?
No.
Okay. Roll effects of neurostun.
What do I resist against?
Body plus willpower.
5 plus willpower against what, 15?
Oh, so it's 5 plus 1.
For all toxins.
Which is how Grandma was able to resist so much because her willpower is strong.
I believe it.
Well, to raise these kids.
To live to a ripe old age of 85 in the middle of Shadowrun, I mean...
Especially with these little hellions running around.
Alright, I spent a point of edge, but I got 4
Made an
successes.
Italian grandmother.
How many you get?
4.
You take 11 damage.
What's your stun?
11
My
stun.
stun track? 10.
That knocks you out.
Fall unconscious.
Roll edge.
I got this!
1 success.
Okay, as you're passing out and falling over, you trigger the switch to turn on the fan.
Does that mean I can walk in there now because the fan is running?
Not yet, but it will be soon. Meanwhile, Steve's...
Okay, pirate's code. If he falls behind, he gets left behind.
No.
Steve's friend Chad.
Italian Chad?
Marco. Marco's at the front of the house getting pummeled while everybody is trying to leave. So he's doing the appropriate things of calling, well, not emergency services, but calling the next in line.
So is he unconscious?
In other words, get
He's
him out of here quick.
unconscious?
We need to get the hell out of here.
Unconscious. He's in there.
We
And
need to get the hell out of
lady
Dodge.
and the guy we need is still in there.
Yeah, and the mosquito is laddering.
So I'm gonna pick up Don Luigi.
I thought she turned back into a human when she got hit.
No, she bought used edge to buy enough, or to reroll to get
Well, the thing
enough
is, I'm
hits
probably
to
close enough to the
knock
door so we can just get
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so you have overweight Don Luigi.
All right, I'm
Do you
gonna
have
kick
zip ties?
open the service door and toss him out.
Do you
Then
have-
I'm gonna
okay.
go back in for Grandma. Then I'm gonna toss her out.
Do you have
Then
zip
I'm gonna
ties
go
to
back
zip
in for
tie?
Beavis.
No, I should be able to grab Beavis. He's right by the door.
Okay.
Do you have zip ties and zip
Get
tie?
knocked out?
No, I have duct tape.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
just
but he ran into the kitchen.
Do you remember?
Yep.
No comment.
I mean, I use duct tape.
All right, well.
I don't use zip ties. I use duct tape.
This
So how many
episode
people
brought to you
are
by...
being thrown into my van?
I think it
Well,
totals out
if you're
for
talking about duct tape, that would be
Just
Henkel
two
products.
extra.
We got the
besides
six
all
of
the-
us.
If you're talking about duct
I
tape,
don't know,
that would be Henkel
is Grandma
products.
coming? Or is
Yeah.
Grandma just...
Yeah, Grandma.
I grabbed Don Luigi, I threw him out, and then I went back in for Grandma. You're unconscious.
I'm gonna grab you up,
outside.
and we're gonna head out.
Change you back and go, oh, wait, fucking stuff.
Do I recognize the mosquito?
It's like,
And
wait,
grab it?
When the mosquito turns back into an elf, yeah, you probably recognize her.
hi.
So I help with the elf.
With the elf
No, the
naked?
elf's fine.
Oh, you're
The
fine
elf's
now?
just messed up stud-wise, but I'm
Okay.
fine.
I don't know. We'll skip past that one.
What?
With the elf being naked?
No.
Yeah, when you went back from mosquito into regular
I mean, not
form,
gonna be,
your
you
clothes
know-
shouldn't come back, do they?
We'll table that discussion for a later problem.
Oh.
There are two schools of thought on that. School one says we'll answer it later. School two says we'll answer that one even later than they later.
How do you know that he doesn't have tattooed clothes like on underneath when he turns back in?
You like the Eurythmics?
Kinda.
No, thank you. The seven.
I didn't see Popcorn Man disappeared. Now we got Super Value, and I don't know. I didn't see that one. There's a bunch of tomatoes.
So
Not Popcorn Man.
Okay.
I will be right back while you guys figure out what you're doing.
We are all in the van and we're about to head to the
Well,
safe house.
apparently we're all in the van and most of us are unconscious
Well,
for one
then I'm
reason.
gonna change the color of the van to tomato.
You're like the only one awake.
I am awake and doing just fine.
I look at these like people. What did you do in there?
Are you rebooting soon?
Huh?
Are you rebooting soon?
Yeah, I reboot.
Alright, then I'm gonna.
I tell you that these crazies all ran into neural stun. We have what we need and we need to get to the safe house.
Normal stun? What is normal stun?
Yeah, you know.
It's from Garfield.
The cat.
Garfield's an old comic from like 1975. I know it's like 100
That's
years
like
old.
100 years ago.
I know.
Plastics never die.
I mean,
Yeah, they used to write things on wood back then.
did they even have computers back then?
What year?
I mean, weren't their computers like the size of buildings back then?
Yeah,
How could a computer be the size of a building?
I know. Why would a computer be the size of a
There was even a
building?
computer in Willy Wonka. Remember, it was supposed to tell the winning chocolate bar was?
Dan and I are playing 100% of character.
I'm at like -3. I like almost went out. I was like, yay, I stayed up.
Well, maybe they fought a mage. Mages can do that, I've heard.
Denise, don't you have a high charisma?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna drool.
That's because you're unconscious.
I'm about to light it up. Does he like fire as much as he says he does?
I don't think I have flammable drool.
Hey, don't start a fire inside my car. Maria doesn't like it when you do that.
Who's Maria?
Did you hear something about Maria?
We need to get you a date.
Why?
Because he's naming his car.
I need my car.
My character is named every
In
single
real life.
car or drone that she has.
Why?
They're all
I always
named.
ask, I'd love that to name your car.
Never named my car.
Yeah, my car's name is Wanda and my motorcycle's name is Scarlet.
Except it's not red.
Hmm?
Your motorcycle's not red.
Right? No, Scarlet came from the word, it's a Latin word meaning wicked, and they changed it to the color scarlet red during the scarlet fever. And my bike is black and it has red on it, so Shadow.
Why didn't you name it Shadow?
Because that's boring. Its name is already Shadow. Scarlet Shadow.
Because she's not a hedgehog, clearly.
So,
Okay.
I guess we're all in the Roadmaster.
Okay. By all, who is all?
All of us and Grandma and Luigi.
Yeah, so the Roadmaster's full.
Apparently they decided to grab Grandma. Somebody make sure she can't finger wiggle.
Yeah, because she's awakened, isn't she? Didn't the
She
answer she was awakened?
should be unconscious.
Well,
but I'll-
I roll 2 out of 3 heads to successfully drool.
Doesn't she have like powers?
All right then. I'll go ahead and duct tape Grandma's fingers together, I guess.
Okay.
Wow.
So you have Don Luigi, Beavis the Drooler, and Grandma the Penguin.
Grandma's a penguin?
Can somebody make sure
Yes,
there's no
yes, I
tracking
do.
devices or
I mean, I don't know if she has a
tracked on
tux,
them?
but she
And,
does
and
now.
4 Italian Steves left behind.
Hey, buddy,
Yeah.
make sure there's no like comlinks or anything that can be tracked.
All right, I search them for comlinks and like.
You find one in their butt.
No, that's called Prison Pocket.
Oh, God, it doesn't.
Someone's watched Deadpool too.
I have never seen that.
I was going to say that.
Matrix perception, did I have anything like that on
It's like, yeah, I'm hiding it up in the old prison pocket.
So both of you guys find the comlink that Grandma has on her. It's a blue Defender. It's not much.
Crunch.
Do either of them have dock wagons?
Just turn it off.
No, neither of them
Not
have dock
risking
wagon.
Dock wagon follows down the street.
Not my comlink.
You could just turn it off.
Okay, I need to do
Crunch. I'm not risking it. Not my comlink.
All right, somebody with high perception will watch, make sure we're not being followed.
something. Okay, go ahead and roll edge.
Who?
Somebody who wants to roll edge.
Somebody that
Whoever
has
has the
more than
highest
a
edge should
2,
roll
I
okay?
have 3.
I have 3.
I have 5.
You roll.
I have 1.
2 hits.
You have
I
1.
raised mine from a 1 to a 2. I'm happy.
I raised mine from a naught to a 3.
I have 3 hits.
So you get how many hits?
2.
Okay, you are reasonably certain you're not being followed.
Are you going to start making driving tests because we have to book it there?
Go ahead and roll the driving. Are you going stealthily, sneaky, or are you just kind of flooring it, going through
Well, I
buildings?
have speed demons, so I would want to do that, but I am not stupid, so I guess I can sneak in it.
Okay.
Well, we need to get there on time, though.
Drive casual, but not too casual.
So yeah, drive casual.
Just follow a truck. If there's cops around, they'll slow down.
I don't know how many you want me to roll, but the first one's a 5.
Yeah, you're reasonably casual. I mean, you're quick, but you nothing wrong with
At a
that.
brisk pace.
Maybe you're delivering a pizza. I mean,
This guy knows some maneuvers.
It's like a hell of a pizza to deliver a Roadmaster.
Too bad
He's
you can't
lilting
cast
lazily to the
abilities
left.
on the vehicle, but that
Whoa, this guy knows some maneuvers.
We're not going there.
okay. Yeah, you guys are able to drive off towards the church, and you get there with like minutes to spare, and Don Luigi is still passed out.
Okay, so how long was that drive?
30 minutes.
That's not enough to change stunt. That's not enough to stunt.
I want to do a matrix perception when we get there for drones.
For drones?
Yeah, to see if there's drones outside.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to do a astral perception to see if there's magic stuff here.
You have magic?
Yes, there are drones hanging out outside the church. You can't tell which direction they're aiming, but there are several drones. There are probably 15 drones.
are they supposed to be? Are they? Do we have any idea who they're associated with?
Well, two of them are clearly associated with Knight Errant because their logos are bright and obvious. One of them is associated with Grid Guide, and then the other dozen-ish are random. You've never seen these logos before in your life.
Can I call,
In the area for no reason.
Yep.
Can we call Johnson and ask him, like, does this house expect us to come? Is there anyone there that is going to prevent us from coming inside?
Is this a handoff or a...
No, we're going to stay there and
I
protect
said I
them.
wanted to roll an astral perception. I didn't say I could.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I can do an astral perception.
If you want to call the Johnson, he'll take a couple of minutes before he answers, but yeah, he will answer. Yeah. The father is expecting you, but you are still going to be providing the security, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just want to make sure that we're welcomed when we get there.
Oh, yeah, you are expected.
Okay.
Or Spectron.
So, pick up the dog and take him inside.
Okay.
I'll leave Grandma to somebody else.
I don't know if I'm strong enough to pick her up.
Are you just grabbing him and running
Why do you
in,
act
or are
like
you trying
you're
to be
drunk?
sneaky?
Is there like a huge amount of people on the street right now?
It's the
Not really.
security of the drug.
It's like
I mean, we're gonna.
almost 9, so there's not really a lot of people on the street.
Nope, just picking him up and unsneakily running into the safe house.
Yeah.
Oh well, I was
Okay.
thinking to a sensing. That was a sense.
I am assuming that the Johnson did not just right to us.
Okay. And then you were a sensing. What is your magic rating?
A 5.
Okay. There is a lot of magic stuff present in the area around the church. First off, it's a church, so it's already got a background count aspected towards the Christian religion. Secondly, there are a couple of wards present around the church, or parts of the church. Thirdly, there's a couple of spirits present. And fourthly, there's a couple of presences present that you're not certain how to respond to. They're kind of big and glowy and scary.
Are there any presents present?
They're not like Christmas.
It's worth a try.
This is early May, so Easter has already happened. A couple of them look like maybe they're high-ranking mages, maybe they're an astral spirit, maybe there's something else. One of them very clearly is an astral spirit, and the last one takes you a while to see it, but you see it and you don't know what exactly it is. You don't know what category to put it into.
Okay.
You do the football run, and yeah, you manage to get in, and the father looks
Here,
up and goes,
You help me over there, young lady.
Confessions?
Drunk person.
I'm not strong.
No.
I'm
Young
sorry, I thought
lady.
it was
Drunk.
expected.
Oh.
Well, possibly, but most people who carry bodies over their shoulder are either dumping a body or confessing something.
All right. I confess we've been hired to bring him here.
I'm assuming this is not a wedding.
Wait, who's talking?
No, not a wedding.
I got cold feet.
Wait, who's talking?
The father inside. There's a whole bunch of...
Can I put him down?
Now here, help me carry the old lady in.
Yes. Here we have a spot on the pew. Sure.
Yeah,
I
I'm
lay
coming
him
in.
down comfortably on
Wait,
the pew.
he's the father or he's the father?
The priest.
Okay.
Is he the priest we're looking for?
I don't
care if
like
it's safe
talking, but
These are not the
there is
priests
some
we're
looking
looking
for.
Move along. These are
Did
not
you
the.
summon someone?
Okay.
That's me. I'm
So
coming.
I'm just gonna sit here with unconscious guy till they get here.
Donald.
Okay. Well,
Does anyone have a
don't
stim
disturb
patch,
the
by the
rest,
way?
and we'll be fine.
Are we gonna bring Gretel then too?
I'm bringing Grandma.
Are we all coming into the church
Yes.
now?
I'm gonna pretend that
Over Trodes, we're absolutely sure we have the right church, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the one that Johnson gave us.
Okay.
Well, we're looking for the head father. Is that who we're looking?
What's his name again? Angelo? Because we're at St. Angelo's. This is Father Angelo?
Father,
No, it is not Father Angelo.
Father Steve.
Yeah, the saint opened his own church. Yes, absolutely.
That's
This
awesome.
just sounded amazing.
Father Wiki.
Father Wiki?
Yes, Father Wiki. Yes, it is Father Wiki.
Father Wiki.
That's who we're supposed to meet?
Yeah, well, that's who you're
Does that
talking
mean you're
to.
walking in on your pedia?
Well, we're at this church now, so this is where we're staying.
Yep.
And
Okay.
we are telling the Father that we are, these people are suffering and that we are here to help them. And we need the safety of your church until they are okay.
I think we should tell the Father we're on a mission from God.
I was just waiting for that one.
Somebody had to say it.
There are a couple of other people in the church present, so he will point to all of them, well, gesture to
And
many
here
of
comes
them,
the little...
and say we are all here looking for protection from the evils in the world.
Sir, where's...
In other words,
Can
get the
we talk
people
to
out
the
of the
head
church.
priest?
Pardon?
Can we talk to the head person?
I am here for my flock.
Are you father or are you granddad?
You're asleep.
You are in the van.
So am I.
So are
Down
you.
by the river?
Are you guys coming in?
No.
Yes, I'm carrying Grandma.
Oh yeah, you're carrying Grandma.
She's coming
So
in like a
how-
drunkard.
Why do I need to come
The
in?
problem is, when you say the church is full of people, you mean it's like full of a congregation of people in mass, or there's a couple of people sitting around?
It's like a third full of a variety of folks.
And this is like 10 o'clock at night.
I'm gonna say we were
Right.
to be expected, and we want to go to our room.
Name drop.
Yes, expected. Well, there isn't really any room per
There's
se.
no room
because
at the
the
end.
entire church is where he was, where Herr Brackhaus was asking survivors to go.
Hair again? Yeah, well, that's the right guy then. He said his name's Hair.
So you are in the correct location, my child.
Does anyone need anything before we continue?
Water?
Water?
Water? I think I'm like stuffed with popcorn.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, we'll do it.
I ordered a lot and now I'm full.
I think we all would, yeah. We went nuts with the
I have
popcorn.
enough food.
That's
This
okay.
guy's
Popcorn's
name's
pretty low calorie, so.
Now it's covered in chocolate. It's not caramel.
That's why I order the salt and vinegar, because it's no added calorie and it's obviously air pop popcorn. So you're talking maybe 90 calories per basket.
So what's the Buffalo Ranch stuff?
The stuff is only the buffalo flavoring that has all the calories.
So that's why I order salt and vinegar, because I'm trying to lose weight. So,
Trying to watch your figure?
I'm always trying to lose weight.
well, the problem is I'm watching my figure and I'm not liking what I'm seeing. That's the problem.
The problem is that I get a certain perspective of my figure and it's in the way.
Okay, how
Make some active camo.
big is I think there's a lot of Catholic churches, and most of the time there's like lots of small rooms and lots of little places, and like where the priest gets ready, and like
Yeah, those are all towards the altar side.
Okay.
You guys are in the main lobby up
Can
front.
we go to, if we're waiting around for a while,
Gathering
we need a
space.
room.
Not the
Well,
church.
all of us here are weathering the storm, so we will have food and beverages brought out shortly.
we need somewhere to put these guys.
Just put them in the put them in the baptismal font.
Thank God you're
We're
not
not
here.
sticking them in the baptismal fountain because usually that's kind of small and kind of like in the main area of the
Well, they
church.
can hang out, hang over.
You didn't miss a whole lot, just a bath.
Okay.
Well, the talk of a bath from the one who's still unconscious.
Well, yeah, they're unconscious.
You guys are hearing my dreams through my throats.
You're talking about the safe room.
Well,
is a whole
I think they're
church.
just sort of assuming what Beavis would say and arguing with him for it.
So yeah.
Wait, we're burning the church down?
No, no.
I just heard we're burning the church down.
We
Don't
won't get
worry,
paid
I thought
if
they,
we-
I thought you
Yeah.
said
Money to buy
anything
new,
about the fire.
I think my psychiatrist would not be happy if I burned the church down.
We would still get paid as long as that guy never got hurt for 48 hours and we burnt the church down. They never said anything about that, technically.
I'm gonna turn to the father.
But we are not burning the church down.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
You know, he knows.
Yes, this was a sanctuary.
Excellent.
He knows that this
So
he's
what?
expecting us.
What can we?
I missed my
Provide
work,
sanctuary
buddy.
from.
We would have totally burned the church down.
We're taking the sanctuary and the sanctuary.
You know, there's just so many threats in today's world.
Okay.
It's hard to tell.
Look at that.
In here, I'm dying.
We are all here.
No, we are here. You missed
I'm
it.
in a car.
I'm in the
I have no
car.
reason to go
I
in.
think I'm
Let's
in the
take
car. Am I in the car?
No, he said he.
Yeah.
I told him we are the people that he is expecting, and he said yes.
Okay.
But we didn't get the answer that we were looking for.
Because he said everyone that's in the church is staying here to be safe from the storm. So now not only are we going to protect him and his grandma and all the other people in the church.
Well, technically, we still only have to protect those two people.
Yeah.
I mean,
We could seriously throw the other people out front of the.
Protect Justin Don Luigi. You don't have to protect Grandma.
Yeah, I mean, we could use them as cannon fodder. It's fine.
I mean,
I am personally
using
going to protect
observe
Grandma
in
because I
all of the
smacked her
people
upside the head. I kind of feel guilty.
Foreheads. Do they look professional? What do these people look like? For this
Most
large
of them look like the residents of the area. There's a couple of business folks that look like they're coming from out of the area. Most of the people inside the church look like blue-collar type of individuals. A couple of them are wearing what are probably fetishes or foci or
Like
some
fetishes.
some sort of magic-y thingy. Because you're not magically active, you don't really.
Yeah,
Can't really
there's
identify
not
it,
there's
but-
not people in leather masks. He means something else.
So this is
She's thinking about the gift. What?
this is.
I was like, they're just like ponies.
Oh, I like this cathedral. Let's go.
There is one centaur in the front.
that escalated quickly.
It's like, wait a minute. What church has lasers?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what storm?
Well,
You said these.
you're familiar with the Awakening, correct?
Yes.
Okay. That was a gentle spring, supposedly according to what might be coming.
Oh God, upset him in. Please.
So,
So Awakening 2.0.
no, not an Awakening
Okay,
2.0,
You mean
but
Earthbound was the fourth world?
someone
Still are
has
coming.
found something and
they made a-
they are looking for it. And I don't know who they is.
But you
Nice.
Yes, it still
Okay.
exists.
perceive
Did it Kickstarter for it?
So when he said, "Do you know of the awakened?" And I was saying, "Yes, I'm
the
awakened."
awakening
No.
when everyone became awakened.
I downloaded the.
That was, comparatively speaking, a gentle spring
Oh, I did
rain
end up buying that.
to the power being thrown in the
So I'm waiting
search.
for it to get printed up.
So dragons or worse.
Possibly,
Okay.
from what I have been told. I don't know.
Dragons are worse. What?
That's
All
what
I know
matter
is
of
that
opinion.
someone has requested some serious magical protections, and he'll look down at his AR watch on his wrist. And it is about time that I coordinate that.
I leave you to it.
Okay, I was going to do a census guy. Oops.
So I can. So if this happens, I could be totally awesome. If I mutate into something awesome, I could be a baller.
4.
Why would you want to be a ball?
Well, it's a fire thing.
So he's one with the power
if
of
you
4
mutate into a firefly,
no, he was mundane.
we're killing you. Just so you know.
None of
And
fire
he
flies
is
look Balrog.
headed towards the back of the
Phoenix
church,
is okay.
and looks like he is talking to
Firefly
a
is
couple
insect
of
spirit.
possibly
Right, I might have a
magical folks
whiskey
about
cup and a
starting
paper.
up
Yeah, I'm
whatever it
not
is
happy
they
with that
need to do.
either.
Am I?
Interesting. Okay, guys, those are 2 of those people they hire over there. Because they're the people that are starting.
Supposedly there's gonna be like a storm.
Stormy Daniels.
I'm sorry, it sounds so much like a cult, this whole thing he was talking about.
Yes,
I keep
religion
thinking we're
typically
going
is a
to
cult.
die. Or we're going to be in some type of federal standoff, you know, against some corporation.
I don't know. We're not going in there. We're kind of staying like right over here with this guy.
Well, I'm already in there, so let's see what happens.
Okay, so we have half of the party inside and half of the party outside, right?
There's no reason for me to stay outside
No, we're-
if our mark is inside.
No, I'm inside the church. I'm just not inside the main area where they are.
No, you have them two outside.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm like in the little like lobby
I mean,
area.
you guys want me to
sitting
go
with
in,
him.
I can go in and just bring a few drones with me.
We don't care.
I'm sleeping it off, so I'm
Want me
at
to drag Davis in?
your guys' mercy.
I'll go get
do
you
my
and
best-
drag you
do my
in by
best
your hair.
To make
I'll
sure
grab your
that,
flaming sword and all
Don
your
Luigi
camping
and
fuel.
Grandma
Your
are
flaming
not
sword?
going anywhere.
I don't think the flaming.
Okay.
I don't think the camping fuel is there.
So when they come to, they are going to be the only two wrapped up in duct tape.
How long till he's unstunned?
30 more minutes.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I'm
then you
really
get to roll
stunned,
another
but-
body willpower. Anybody, if you want to just fast forward the clock until Grandma and Don Luigi wake up, go ahead and everybody give me who got injured a body plus willpower roll.
Ooh, I can get my
So it's
son
done.
one. Can I just buy
So
my
how many
one
hours of stun are we?
That would be a little over an hour, so just an hour.
Can I just buy my one stun damage back at 6 dice? So.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know I have stun from being trying
When
to
they
keep
wake
Dan
up,
from
I'm
getting
gonna
got.
talk to them. You know, try to smooth things over, like why they're duct taped up. That we are actually protecting them, even though they refused protection already.
I'm awake, but barely.
Okay. So everybody gets back the stun that you rolled, and then Don Luigi
Looks like mine.
is the second to wake up. Grandma wakes up, is a little confused. Did you gag them or just duct tape
No,
them?
just let me know.
Actually, yeah, she's a mage. I would have gagged her.
Okay, so she gives you that old lady, what are you doing, untie me glare.
That like mom look.
How well do you know?
Wow, she has the grandma look down, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
How well do you know this grandma on time you look? I don't think I've ever
I'm
seen
gonna
the
look a
grandma
little
on time you look.
guilty, but I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay.
Okay, calm
You've seen the
down.
grandma whoop your ass look, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, that's pretty much probably what it looks like.
Okay.
And then
And there's
Oh,
not going to be
terrible.
any
My
sugar
grandma
for
never
this.
had to do any of that. She just looked at me and I...
no, I never got hit by my grandma either because she was nice.
Yeah, I never got hit by my grandmother, but I got the look of I'm going to ask your grandfather for the belt and use it,
Oh wow.
and then I'm going to bake you a cookie or pie afterwards.
Right? I'm like bipolar. I'm gonna whoop your shit out of you and then make you eat.
Yeah.
While you're crying.
Why are you
Well,
crying?
Grandma.
Why are you crying? I made you cookies.
Really good brownies,
Oh,
grandma.
our face is talking.
No,
Trying to
that
calm
is
them
yours.
down.
Okay.
Our face is facing.
Okay. So
I'm just like, calm down.
So let's see here.
Don Luigi wakes up confused and frustrated and irritated because he was in a kitchen and now he's in a church. And he's in a panic for a moment until he realizes that his grandmother is there next to him. And then he's upset because grandma's tied and gagged. And he's looking at you guys and then is going to realize that, going to talk and then realizes, no, he's tied and gagged too. And now he's upset.
And now we're just pouting.
You can see why that situation would be upsetting.
So,
How about we
Talk,
remove
talk,
their
talk.
gags?
I am.
It's kind of hard to talk to somebody who's gagged.
well, you can talk all you want to, but it's
Yeah.
just with them that's kind of a problem.
Yeah, I'm just explaining that we are here for your own protection. That apparently you have refused, but now you're safe.
We insisted.
Yeah. Actually,
the person who
the
person who asked us to
neurostun
do his name is Harry.
insisted.
No, the mosquito insisted.
Oh yeah, the mosquito insisted.
The neurostun was just sort of, oh shit, okay.
So,
Either
I'm
way,
assuming
you
you're
are
doing this before you completely remove his gag.
Oh yeah, you are in very safe hands with us.
Yeah, the guy who asked us to do this, his name is Harry.
And then I'll walk around drunkenly with a flaming sword.
Yes, Hare hired us. And why would we tell him that?
Why do you have your
that.
sword out?
My
Yes,
character
It's like
I'm not very
saying
lucid yet.
Mr. Hireless.
No, that's right.
I know, but it says Tear.
So yeah, I have like
Pardon. So
They
the
told us
priest
to
would come
bring
by
you
and
here.
tell you, I appreciate your vigilance, son, but put the sword away.
Please put the sword away.
Okay.
Beavis, sword away, you're scaring people.
While the good Lord protects those who believe,
Ooh, wine.
Mine is flammable.
while the good Lord protects those who believe,
This is
he also helps those who help himself.
Mental sacrificial.
And that doesn't mean help yourself
Or
with the wine.
sacramental.
I'm going to have the pitcher discreet the sacrificial wine.
There are boids, there are squirrels. Bless
Yes,
them all.
Rabbi Tuckman.
What is the news going on outside of this place?
Does anyone have any kind of perception that can like check out what's going on?
So
We see any
the
cameras?
Johnson,
outside?
or not the Johnson, the Don is, once you finally remove the gag from him, I'm assuming you do at some point, he's going, I'm going to
This is a
hurt
great
you
RP.
and your family,
It's not correct.
but at least you didn't kill Grandma Bubba.
Okay.
Why would we kill?
So, out of 7 dice on a smuggling route check, I rolled 5 ones and one success
Very good.
on where the priest keeps the good stuff, not just not the crappy watered down wine.
How is that smuggling around?
You're pretty sure that it's in the cabinet behind the baptismal font.
All right, I go there.
Is there a cabinet behind the
You mean the golden cabinet?
No,
I
not the
tell him that
tabernacle.
we're
There's a-
honorable people and that we were not sent to harm your
Because I don't know anything about Catholicism. I just
Yeah,
know there's a
there's
golden
a-
there's a
yeah.
golden cabinet. Okay.
That is why
There's a
we-
cabinet, the baptismal font is off in the alcove on the side, and there's a alcove, and then like behind it, that wall is a cabinet.
All right, I go looking for the
Yes.
good
As for
stuff.
perception,
Try to wake myself
I'm
up.
going to look around. Is
You
there?
wake yourself up by drinking
there
food,
storm
which is depressing.
So the
You
wards
could
that
be, right?
were present before are now more of them and a lot stronger. There's also what appears to be a ritual ward being performed currently
By the people in the church.
by some people in the church.
I'm getting matrix perception
You
against
cannot
6
see
drones.
outside through the wards.
I'm looking for drones again outside.
Security procedures, 2 hits. Does this seem like reasonable, normal security? I can't see anything like that.
2 hits for the security that you see. For a church, no, this is not normal security because there are actually people giving security at a church.
Reasonable security for what we're doing.
For
Beyond reasonable.
at a church, it's not reasonable for them to have it this much security.
But it's a safe house.
Real quick.
But it's not a safe house as you know it.
Looking at Grandma Bubba,
Okay.
is she wearing anything? I assume we're in a Catholic church.
Yes.
Okay. Is she wearing anything?
Good Irish Protestant Catholic Church. St. Patrick.
No.
Irish Protestant?
Yes, an Irish Protestant Catholic Church.
You mean Italian
So-
St. Patrick?
Catholic.
So, we're mixing all the wrong blends here.
Yeah.
Because we're up
They all came from Catholicism. They just broke off from it.
So,
Joints.
Drakes.
We're all pagans.
I'm gonna go to Grandma Bubba
Remove
and just you're a good Christian, right? No, I assume she's still glaring at me, but I'm looking for like an increase in glaring.
She'll just sort of, you haven't removed the gag, right?
You know,
She'll just sort of raise an eyebrow at you, tilt her head a little bit, and then kind of do the
Because of
muffled,
course she's a good Catholic. She goes on Christmas and
like, remove the gag.
this situation
Remove the gag from
it
her.
really calls for
Okay,
Christopher
you have now
Walken.
trimmed Grandma's mustache. Yes, there are drones outside. There are fewer than there used to be.
Okay. Are some of the same ones still out there?
Yes.
Like the Lone Star one's still the same?
No.
No. Or Night Air, sorry.
Two of the night errant ones have moved off. There's a third night errant one that is farther down the street, but is not really.
Does it look like it's on patrol or something?
No, it looks like it was called in for something, and now it is investigating something within radius of where the church is.
It doesn't look like it's been like thrown off at all, does it?
I rolled no successes in looking for
I will
coffee.
tell the heck with that. And nobody else.
Real quick, how long are we supposed to keep them here?
48 hours.
48 hours? Okay.
We have an hour and
We're
20
gonna
minutes
be
to do
real
it.
bored, so I hope we can start talking to Grandma and play some euchre or something.
She's got paint hands.
We can find cards and be shit.
Ungag her, and as I do, we were hired to keep you and your son safe from apparently a coming storm.
We were hired to keep her son safe. We thought it would be a good idea to keep her safe too.
Yeah.
This was for her
Could you
benefit.
stop interrupting my lying,
Above and
please?
beyond.
Please stop interrupting my lying.
Hey, guys, where's the coffee?
What?
I need to wake up.
All churches have getting coffee in the basement and donuts.
Yeah.
See what we have to deal with as a group.
In the basement of most Catholic churches is where the
Anyway.
coffee and donuts are.
All I know of you as Grandma Bubba. So, what is your name?
Grandma,
You can call me Grandma Baba.
Okay, Grandma Bubba.
And you said that you were sent to protect my wee little bumpkins. But not me.
Well, we thought it'd be a good idea to protect you too, because we figured he would be distraught if anything happened to you.
Hare wanted to send us. Wanted us too.
So,
Hair.
Don
He said his
Luigi
name was
is
Hare.
definitely agreeing with you guys at this point that no, you can't do without Grandma Bubba. And I'm going to abstract it because I can't picture his voice other than yes.
Let's just hope that she wasn't the job. We were supposed to keep him away for 48 hours.
So that guy's speaking my language right
Would that
now?
be funny?
Kind of, yeah.
Is he speaking Sylvester Stallone?
Where's the coffee?
No, but
So
this
Grandma Bubba,
We'll go downstairs and get the coffee.
went in to assist you because he felt like you could not be separated from your grandson. Or your,
I have no idea whether that's the right thing to say.
You think you don't know why your English is so bad?
No, it's the right thing to say.
Oh.
she will give you a look from like head to toe, and then back up, and then back down, and back
he at
up.
least feels guilty.
What race are you?
Nocturna.
The hell's
He's the
nocturnal?
bruise elf.
Are you wearing anything to disguise that, or are you?
I mean, I have on a chameleon suit, but right now the hood is off.
Okay.
Like Connor's character was in the
Yeah, aren't you like a blue elf?
I'm a fuzzy elf, yes.
Yeah.
bruise
A
elf.
blue so like a Dr. Seuss elf.
Like a peach.
I don't know.
Think Nightcrawl.
Okay, I'd go with it.
I'm an elf, so I don't really care. He's still.
So you're a worm?
Right? That's kind of night crawl.
Here's a gun. You can shoot him.
He's
Where's your
just
tail,
stun him again. He's already.
Grandma Bubba will look at you and go, your favorite color is purple, isn't it?
Both the worm and the teleporting guy have tails, so he must clearly have a tail. Why don't you look for him?
No, don't.
I'm gonna knit you a sweater.
Where do you start looking for your tail?
Aren't you a
There is no tail!
Aren't you a pretty big guy?
I look at her and I say, being with this group is
We're very sorry. Our party usually doesn't act like this.
I always act like this.
I don't even know how you say it. Straight face.
I clinically glitch and trying to find the
I
coffee.
am not a child!
I normal glitch and trying to find the coffee.
He's not talking
Okay.
about you, he's talking about him.
Oh!
I'm just trying to wake up.
Where is he?
He's a big kid, isn't he?
He's just
Yes, he likes to
wandering
start
around with a
fire.
flaming sword.
We're not talking about the little kid.
I put the flaming sword away.
He's a kid troll.
So you have found the coffee, however, it needs to be brewed, and you have not found a way to turn on the coffee pot.
Don't you have a flaming sword to stick next to that water pot?
You do have this reasonable idea that a flaming sword baptismal font in the coffee will make a wonderful pot of coffee. You just don't know how to then serve it to
I'm
drink
just
from.
smart and logical.
Well, they have those goblets.
Because I would like a cappuccino.
I'm gonna type.
There's oil in it.
Yeah, I'm Don Luigi and Grandma Bubba at this point,
Okay.
so that they can smack you themselves.
I will tell them though, don't try to flee because we might stun you.
So Don Luigi will get up and try to walk out of the church, and Grandma Bubba will sit there calmly and pull out from whatever pocket you didn't know that she had a pair of knitting needles and a skein of yarn and start knitting.
He's gonna try to walk out of the church?
Yeah, he's trying to walk out of the church.
No, that can't happen.
Step in front of him. Like, no.
And he will give you the, out of my way. I got people on the outside. Let me go.
No,
You're staying. You're staying here.
Wait.
Don't make me disrespect you again.
Can I use commanding voice to make him come back?
Go ahead.
It only lasts for a certain amount of time.
I don't care. Enough for you guys to do something else.
Actually,
I don't know
take that back. It wasn't me that disrespected. Don't make her disrespect you.
So
again.
I'm upstairs with a box full of packets of coffee grounds.
Worst 10 knockout spell. Ringing any bells?
That was on her side, not her.
I'm talking to him.
We can't tell.
Oh, yeah.
You roll 21 dice on your commanding voice.
I don't know if I have
I look at him and like, don't make me angry.
This seems like something that Grandma Bubba has, is commanding voice.
And it's resisted by his willpower plus intuition.
I think it's just called grandma voice.
I think in the mafia, sometimes you fear the old ladies because they're the ones that know everything.
Too much salt?
I have 6
No,
hits.
it's like, I can't chew it.
I have 6 hits to tell him to come back or we will stun you again.
5 words. You
I'm
only have
sorry,
5
I
words.
just...
Okay, come back
Well, take it
or
back,
stun
you
you.
most of it already.
Come back or
I
stun
ate
you.
the rest of it already.
Oh, okay.
That's all that's left.
So he will stop, he will glare at you, and then he will come back.
Come back or we'll tase you. Wait.
All right.
No.
Don't tase me, bro!
By now, I've come upstairs with a box full of Soldier's coffee grounds.
You're jumping over the baptismal font.
So you have.
I'm looking for some water.
You have found instant coffee. You know of a baptismal marble bowl where you can make coffee
I'm gonna
that
duct
has
tape
water,
this.
and you have a flaming sword.
And we have no.
What is your logic?
Baptismal
I'm gonna start making
fire.
coffee.
What is your logic?
4.
No, yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Can I assist him with leadership
Can he buy success?
Well, yeah, but I
to
want
make good coffee?
One success.
Okay, it's probably not a good idea.
Oh wait! I gotta take off 2 dice.
What?
Because of how stunned I am. Oh no, no success.
You succeed. No, that's wrong. I fail. There we go. Can I equal my success? Make it a failure?
Now, Aaron, as a GM, how many times have you heard that?
Actually, this is the first.
I truly am a unique.
So there's this wonderful aroma of coffee coming from somewhere in the church.
Why are we smelling coffee?
I'm gonna find
Somebody
a
go
few
find the
and go to
pyromancer.
sleep because there is no
You're holding your
way I
katana
want to
like
be present
this,
for any of
stirring.
this.
On the baptismal. How do we know that the Dawn isn't going to escape again?
Yeah.
We're going to keep watching him? Someone's going to have to stay awake.
It's probably
and
the
shift
best
and watch
coffee
him.
you've ever smelled.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not intimidating him. Maybe.
Okay, so 48 hours. How do you want to break that up to keep the Don in because he doesn't want to sit still for 48 hours. Grandma Bubba, on the other hand, has no problems knitting
She's
like
knitting
6 or 7
sweaters.
So.
Well, just tell her to knit him a straitjacket.
I mean, does the church have any games or?
Yeah, they have plenty of Go Fish. And
What is going on?
I think
It's like
I pull out a cred stick and we go and play some games, some poker or something, and we sit down with the Don. I'm sure he plays gambling games. He's the Don. We try to take some of his money.
Roll edge.
Okay.
I order a drone to deliver me some sort of
food
crate of alcohol. Like, you know, something reasonable. And coffee.
What, my coffee's not good enough? There's
only so much of it.
Okay, you
How big are fat baptismal
It's
fonts?
so bad.
find that the Don is not teaching the kids how to play poker.
Yeah, you got all hands at a plus
But he's
oil
trying.
already in it.
There's only a trace amounts.
Plus,
If you're taking their money, they'll have at least
directly
a
in the
couple.
water.
They'll have like at least like 50 cents. 50
Well, it's more that he's resisting the urge to teach
It's
them
probably really strong.
poker and
Because I don't know how big are
let the
baptismal
kids
fonts.
learn that later.
Depends, it changes.
So he's just playing a couple of other games with them.
Fogish.
Foursquare.
Stuff like that. When the drone arrives, it's sparking and stuttering and has a lot of gashes on the outside. Most of your order is actually there. All the drones that were outside are gone.
Well, my question is, if I've listened to the radio.
That's interesting.
Including all the
I'll tip the drone.
Yes.
So at this point, I guess the sun's
What,
going away.
is that computer
Yes.
and intuition or something?
I give you a coffee. I give
Wait,
you a
all the
coffee.
drones outside are gone?
I get some like
That's not a good thing, right?
I don't know.
I get you know this coffee is blessed.
Can't you guys hack into the drones?
Internet thing. to
Yeah,
Figure out what's
why?
going on in the news.
Well,
Okay.
is that the drones come and attack us?
Computer plus
Yeah,
intuition.
well, I'm terrible at it. Thanks.
This
I
is
guess-
more like a
I
I
magic
have
attack.
it, so 1 second here.
All these wards tell me it's a magic.
I have no.
Mean to buy it,
I have no
so-
cyber combat, so I can't do tools. I have 1 rank in hacking, so I have 7 dice in hacking.
One
I don't think I have
success.
cyber combat.
Okay.
Whip.
Or
Well, you
two.
can't data
Was this
fight.
one the success? Oh, wait. Well, I would have been.
Oh wait, I do have cyber combat.
There's
I have some kind of magic, but I don't know how to use it.
just a little bit of news about unusual weather and magical activity going on.
Where at?
Most
I
of
have a
Seattle.
shit ton of essence.
It's nothing that a normal mana storm hasn't been described as.
I know.
So most of Seattle is not really irritated or upset
Oh, yes,
or
next page.
alarmed by this. But the mages running the ritual are concerned and don't share what their concerns are. Everybody give me a perception roll.
I fail.
Are you still outside?
No.
Okay.
I said if everybody wants to be
4.
outside, they're like, yeah.
I get a 4.
Visual?
Whatever one you would prefer.
I have no bonuses to any perception. I got crap.
I see nothing. Yeah, all 2s and 3s and 1.
I got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 6.
Oh, that seems rather convenient.
I see nothing.
Okay.
I am too busy talking.
So Grandma Bubba is regaling you with tales of the old country and the old neighborhood.
I wore an onion on my belt because it was a fashion at the time.
Only a little bit.
And how in their day women went courting in this particular fashion and you didn't have to club them in over the head to get them to notice you.
Or be naked.
What's that?
What's the difference?
I offer Grandmama some coffee.
Well, I mean, there's not.
Okay, what type of perception did you roll?
Visual, I guess.
Okay, roll a taste perception.
I do not taste perception.
3 hits.
Okay, yeah, the coffee tastes fine.
Okay.
How often do you find a taste perception in Shadowrum?
Any game. I do not taste
Okay,
perception.
usually in a game when I ask for taste, it's for poison, okay?
Well, you know,
I made this coffee myself.
that's why I'm rolling for poison.
Usually.
Of course, you know, stirring it with a,
A flaming sword.
well, you know,
Does it
with,
seem the one of its enemies?
Or
you know,
the-
is that's also a foci?
yeah, you're also doing this out of the baptismal font, so I mean,
It's all sorts
Which is
of
also
traditions.
seen the one of its enemies.
It's just all
Oh, I'm
sorts
sure
of.
the priests are having a great time with this one.
I should have opened this earlier to look at them.
I need that Fitbit.
What is that?
What?
It's the tarot deck.
Oh.
You see it?
That sounds like important information to track.
I'm pretty sure it looks the same as mine. Starting
Oh, that's just cool. These are what the cards look like.
So, those who got over 2 hits would notice that there's a strange kind of swirling in the night sky that looks like magic kind of appearing in the reality.
Okay. Because how my character is, I'm gonna go back.
2 hits to a sense.
you do astral go to it.
It looks like a rift.
Oh, Jesus.
You got how many
I
hits?
have 5 and he had 6. So.
Okay.
I have 0. What do I see? Nothing. I keep playing my game.
Nothing's wrong. Go ahead and keep playing Go Fish.
Everything's okay.
Well, you don't understand.
Go Soy.
This is normal.
I'm trying to intimidate these people for cred sticks.
So it looks like the painting Starry Night.
Wake you up a little bit. Yeah, it's a rumble of an astral thunder.
Okay. Can I? How long?
It's been a couple of hours.
Okay.
I cast a spell magic on it.
Yeah, now is the best time to cast magic.
No.
I start trying to get a signal to watch in my head.
Your whip is a weapon focus.
Oh, hang on.
TV.
Okay.
Actually, I have a comment. Doesn't matter.
It's
No,
got a lot of noise.
you only have $2.
So it's all snowy.
Yeah.
But, you know, a TVN probably
So
comes in
it's-
just fine.
The sky was the color of a TV turned to a dead channel.
Where have I read that line? Ah, that's the one I was looking for.
I was kind of go out by there and look.
It's a bit of a storm. Localized to the parking lot.
Only on top of us.
Yeah.
Those ones that know here are
Did you want to go run out to the car and bring your weapons in and bring them in?
I would have assumed we would have brought our weapons in once we found out.
I said I was going to have a
spot.
couple of roads on me, so.
Okay. Then you guys have your weapons with
I
you.
have my flaming sword.
So I assume
It
you
smells
always
great
have
right
it.
now.
It smells like coffee.
You may have found a new oil to anoint your sword with.
It's only blessed once a year, so you don't have very much of it.
So, who wants to do what with the storm? Because
I
we
said I was
are.
going to go outside and watch.
Well, I rolled 2 dice to
I'm not doing
senses.
anything in the storm. I'm going to try to watch TV.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing I can really do. I'm just in the depth.
So those who are outside, I'm going to need.
I'm staying inside.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not going outside that.
I'm inside.
Okay.
You did it.
Then I would need an initiative roll from you.
Okay.
I'm going to lock the door.
Really?
Why are you outside?
Because I'd be curious enough and I'm a thrill seeker. I want to go out there and look.
I do a secret, but I don't think that's a good idea.
That doesn't look like a thrill. That looks like a problem.
Magic's boring.
All right, what's
Then
my
you're
name?
doing it wrong.
I'm going to get my ass.
I don't magic.
All right, that is.
I don't magic. I talk.
If you only saw the real world around you, and I like to start making AR feeds.
No, yeah,
The
21.
real world apparently has a lot of neon.
Huh?
It does.
My hair turns bright pink.
I wasn't going to leave the
lot.
orbit area. That was fun.
Okay.
I was reading
out
something,
of
speaking of
this
neon.
rift,
Someone was doing a shadow run in Miami.
A couple of arms.
And it was
start to
like,
appear.
oh my god, the tie-ins to Miami
I'm back
Vice.
into
Would have been
the
amazing.
Church.
Do I have
Guys, something looks like it's coming through the rift.
Did you just
Well, good thing we're here under protection.
outside?
Pardon?
I never left the protect. I just went out.
I
Looked
said,
up.
did she just break the
That
wall
means-
by going outside?
So you would notice as you went outside, you were able to pass freely through the ward in and out.
Okay.
It's a little unusual. It's not the way magic is supposed to work.
Okay.
I'm just,
I'm really perplexed. But if this is a storm and there's a rift opening up outside, I don't think the laws of physics apply right now. As I'm like, guys, there's something big coming through that rift.
so how long has it been since, like, You know, how long have we been? It's been like at least 3 hours.
It's been closer to 5.
How heavy is this baptismal
Because we're
font?
here.
It's a typical marble baptismal font, so a couple 100 pounds.
So this storm that's building, does it
Okay,
take
I'm not gonna get the residual coffee out of that, am I?
You might be able to if you have enough sponges and oh, hey, wait a minute, they had those baptismal bibs that they keep giving everybody. You could probably use that to soak up the coffee and then just bring that out and do something.
Oh, the bread.
I mean, they've got a whole bunch of these things in boxes back here.
Wait, are you going to tell us that a big, huge storm is opening?
No, I came back and said, hey guys, somebody's come through the rift.
The storm took less than half an hour to
going
develop.
on than the coffee.
Well, if it
Because
and
we're
it
probably
looks
gonna
menacing
have
from the time it
fights.
starts developing in magical.
Yes. It looks like it actually started in the magical area in Astral and then spilled over into reality, and you didn't see it till.
That was my time to shine.
So
Drones.
you went in and out of the ward
It's very, very
without
good combat
problems.
as long as I'm using.
Yeah, I'm not exactly,
Well, not very good.
Astral perception, is the
I've
ward
got,
still there?
Yes, the ward is still
I
there.
got 10 dice.
It's rippling.
My guns. So.
Can we add
What do I
power to
know?
it?
What does that mean when it's rippling?
Have you? What's your arcana?
I take it you took my meaning of what I was doing.
Yes.
Oh,
You were snoring.
Yes.
I only have one right.
I'll sleep.
Go ahead and roll it. It's Arcana plus.
Snorting?
Yes.
intelligence.
Let's roll Arcana plus magic.
Some,
Can I do that too? It's
Yeah.
When he's snorting it.
This is going more primeval than
Yes.
Track.
what you've seen
Yes.
before.
I'll be
Let's just
discreet.
get some psych for this character because psych is awesome for technomancers.
Yeah, he has them over there. Thank you.
2 successes.
Okay. 2 hits. They're doing something really weird with the laws of magic. 3 hits.
Okay.
They're doing something really weird with the laws of magic, and it's probably a ritual.
Is there any way, can you assist with rituals or anything, or is there any way we can help this thing?
You can offer him coffee.
You. There's a lot of things you can do to assist with a ritual, but a lot of it involves a lot of planning, and getting involved at this point is probably just
So if we have magic, would we recognize what's going on?
No.
not really. This is kind of a. This is something you've never seen, i.e., I'm making it up as we go along.
Justin's
All I
not-
know is there's 2 big arms coming through the rift, and it's kind of
Your
terrifying.
character's not quite done yet.
Well, you know, being Christian
That's why I have no knowledge.
theology, I mean, if they're using a ritual, then they would obviously be using an item in the church to build the ritual around, like, say, for example, the baptismal pool,
That would be hilarious.
which is now horrible.
It's a coffee pot.
So.
We're not religious. Are you religious?
I know about religion, but I'm not religious.
No, I mean your character.
No.
Are you sure?
You are now.
You know
Yes,
about
so.
religion, but you're not religious.
I mean, you don't have to be.
No, I didn't mean in real life. I meant your character.
No. Character tradition is Buddhist.
Yeah, it's religious.
You know about religion.
It's actually Buddhism is pretty religious.
Yes,
Yes, very.
There would be a bit of a roar outside, like something giving challenge, and it would be attacking the building.
Somebody's attacking the building.
Yes. And the upper portions of the church would shake and crumble, and pieces of brick would be falling down. What do you guys want to do?
Avoid.
I want to
Stay, I'm gonna stay close to the dawn.
Well, why don't we have the roadmaster drive in, we get in, and we drive off?
Because that follows us.
I'm going. No, if it's giant, it doesn't matter. It doesn't need a door.
So out of the game, did me messing with the baptismal font cause this?
Yes. You caused the whole storm by making
And that's what they're
coffee.
going to play.
No, not the whole storm. Just any protection you might have.
A giant coffee elemental out there. Coffee spirit.
I'm going to try to make sure, I'm going to get ready for combat. I'll do a man.
That would be terrible.
Okay. So the father would look kind of ashen and shaken and kind of look at you, but and move his mouth, but not actually have any sounds come out. And eventually yes?
What would you like us to do?
So what is that thing?
I'm giving my man this order.
I don't know.
Is that Satan?
Baba Yaga... No.
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga will speak up. No, Grandma Baba will pipe up and say, no, it is not. And go back to her knitting.
Are we in
So,
danger?
Baba Yaga, what should we do about this?
The coffee in the baptismal font will say, nothing.
Will that make your character stop? What?
No, I made this too strong.
Don't start.
It's speaker.
So,
Hear us talking.
Grandma Baba will say that every so often, things are found that shouldn't be found.
Okay.
Click of the knitting needle going.
Sometimes people try to do things with what they have found, and, well, they shouldn't be found.
Like when I found the coffee?
No.
Oh.
Click, 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 click.
Like backbone of magic
Kind of found. One of those things that was found was the Great Ghost Dance. That was a direct response to a challenge and situation. And, well, another piece of that level has surfaced.
So you already knew this was going to happen?
Yes.
So why did you not want protection?
Oh, I wanted protection.
Yeah, she stayed
Why
here
does your
willingly.
son want to leave so
He
bad?
doesn't believe.
Does he believe? I don't
Oh my
know.
God,
Do you believe now?
No, he doesn't.
Do you not
This is-
see the claws and the...
I've seen magic
You're just
before.
loading clips?
Yes. That's all I can do.
So,
I hear Matrix isn't very good against magical storms.
the protections that are offered here are not going to be permanent.
They last 48 hours.
Well, as long as the those doing the ritual can stay awake for 48 hours, yeah.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, we should drive on.
More soy calf.
Yeah, we need that coffee.
I know where some is.
We need a stronger coffee. Can you
Why don't you
put some
throw
more
the
packets?
coffee at him? Maybe it'll scare it
No,
away.
the coffee is already talking to us. I think it's strong enough.
It's
You
a
know-
feed me. I'm really
You
scared.
need to make a good Italian roast. Go get some wine. We'll make it a good Italian roast.
Oh yes, I want good
Oh,
coffee.
there's some right next to the coffee.
I would like some good coffee. I agree to this. I roll leadership to assist you guys.
Okay.
Shenanigans aside, what is going on since we've got less than an hour?
Trying to think, because this is the kind of thing that is going to spill over to another episode, of another meeting, and another day. But we can wrap this up in like less than 10 minutes. But I kind of want to do something with the Force 12, the spirit of man that's outside. Unfortunately, he's really wimpy, and all he's able to do is batter ineffectively at the building. I smack you, and why are you taunting me?
Is that just battering at the building?
Yeah, there's a very large spirit outside that sucks, because my dice suck.
Can I banish it?
Try. Roll your magic plus arcana. You can always burn a point of edge for 4 net successes.
Here's the thing. I found like the priest's good liquor, right?
That's just because you know I had 25 karma for to buy that point of edge back.
You found... Roll edge.
You found that.
I ordered good liquor.
One hit.
You found liquor.
I'm gonna make the coffee better.
Okay.
I thought that was the Irish style.
Liquor is not known to keep people awake.
We're just mixing our uppers and our downers. It's fine.
Yeah, that nothing terrible can ever come from that.
So who brought long haul?
Bro, what?
Long haul.
Long haul.
I'll order some. It's legal.
When half of the drone arrives, there's no delivery basket with
I'll
it.
order more.
Amazon is failing in its mission.
Well, it is Prime Day, so we'll see how many of those get through.
Just order 20. One of them will get through.
Roll edge.
Can I edge my edge roll?
No.
Okay, 2 hits anyways.
Okay. The first 2 do not get through. If you want to do this again, go ahead and roll your edge again.
We'll bury this thing in dead drones.
1 hit.
No, it doesn't get through either. How long between each drone are you waiting?
15 minutes.
Okay.
He's using
That should be the delivery time, right?
Yeah.
He's using
Legal. How much longhorn you buy, huh?
What is a longhorn, by the way?
It's a drug. It's based.
Okay.
It's like a 5.
No, the next 3 don't get through.
Why don't you
One of them,
ask
it's
one
like
of
a
the
half an
drug
hour and the
dealers
drone
around?
just never shows up.
By the way,
Just
I'm
still
sure
being
the
charged
drug
for these,
dealers
though.
that are spending their time
So
here
how
may
much
have it.
million if we do wasted?
One hole's cheap, like 100.
Alright, I'll order some.
What are you ordering?
1 hit.
Excuse me, I'm just gonna look around and see if there's a drug dealer in the area.
It doesn't get through
You have to go
either.
outside to do that. There's a spirit out
In
there.
the area or in the church?
In the church.
You're gonna look and see if there's a drug dealer
Why
in the
not?
church.
Go ahead.
Several
roll edge.
reasons.
Guys want drugs?
Long haul.
One
It's
success.
like,
5-hour energy.
yeah.
Well, how long have we been in here so far?
It's like
5 hours.
How long?
Well, no, you guys have
One edge.
ordered 7 drones worth of long haul and they've not shown up. So you're now working on like 9 hours.
That's it?
You found a drug dealer. He's a 13-year-old kid. He's got a couple of,
Caffeine pills.
yeah.
Oh, just normal.
Is there like cram or anything on him?
500 million.
Well, how about does anyone
Yeah,
have
you're
a,
in a hurry.
does anyone have a stim patch?
You need convenience.
That crash will kill you.
So the nice thing about long haul is that it'll last for 4 days worth of, essentially it's like a super caffeine drug that you stay up for 4 straight hours.
Quick question.
4 straight hours?
Where to go
Sorry, 4
down and
straight
deal
days.
with the people doing the ritual?
Yeah, they're up at the front of the altar. There's a bear shaman, a rat shaman, and 2 hermetic mages.
Do they look like they're panicking?
They look really sweaty and really nervous.
There's nothing we can do but wait.
Okay, the only thing I can offer is like raw power, that's it. But as I said, I can't even help them, so
I can
I'm just
offer.
gonna be ready for combat.
I can offer him coffee.
Yeah, you could.
There's a gnome shaman too. I don't know what I'm shaming, but I'm shaming something.
Your parents.
You're probably like, I'm a gnome, and I still got bigger feet than you.
I just dropped the die somewhere. There it is. Okay, found it. Did you guys want to order more drones?
Yes.
I don't need to keep killing drones.
1 hit.
Okay, a battered pelican arrives, and inside its compartment is a package of long haul.
Here, take the long haul. I don't know what to do with it.
That's enough for one person?
Yeah.
Alright, order another gun. No hits.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get some sleep.
Apparently, you guys have been going to the same pharmacy to order all of this, and they're all sold out.
Okay, next pharmacy.
I'll try to sleep as well because there's not much we can do right now.
No hits.
No, apparently everybody's
Okay, I think
kind
I'm
of sold out. So through the middle of the night, you will hear the spirit kind of pound at the shell of the building, and I need to roll on these
The spirit is willing.
The building is weak.
Yes.
3 of the mages are still awake.
Out of
where?
4.
Okay.
Oh, does the other one need long haul? I got some long haul.
You want to give it to him? Sure.
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
Okay, yeah. The rat shaman is dancing for 4 days now.
Well, that's okay. If this temple's torn down, it'll be rebuilt in 3 days, anyways.
Oh.
Are we in an Amish temple?
No.
The
I mean, that'll be like 4 hours before it gets
I don't think the
rebuilt.
Amish. There's very many
like,
Amish over in
they're like
Seattle.
super old school
Yeah.
Lutheran.
So dawn would come up and the spirit would go away. You guys can go outside and check the damage out, or you can hang out in the church. What do you guys want? Or something
I
else?
order some long haul.
Actually, if dawn comes, then I'm gonna go to sleep.
So I'm gonna go out to the parking lot,
No,
see if
I'll be
there's any
awake
long haul in
until
the parking
then.
lot from all the broken
I
doors.
wasn't sure what time it was.
You make a very good point.
It's
Yeah.
like 7 a.m. There's a lot of wrecked drones outside.
Uh-huh.
And no spirit. There's a couple of scratches, gouges, and a
Can
couple
I
holes in
gather all the
building.
wrecked drones and throw them in the back of my car?
If you want to, go ahead. Go ahead and roll initiative.
The drones?
Well, you're going outside, so go ahead and roll initiative. And you are going outside as well.
Oh,
So.
okay.
I'm staying with the dawn.
21.
Once dawn comes, that's when I go to bed. Nocturnal.
No, I'm staying with the dawn, not waiting for the dawn.
Oh,
24.
D-A-D-O-N,
Okay.
not D-A-W.
Yes.
Roll surprise, or if you guys have danger sense or combat sense.
Nope. What's
No,
surprise?
what's surprise?
I'd probably go out with my
Initiative and reaction, or intuitive
reaction plus
intuition.
Intuition.
Pardon, I'm stuck.
That's 12 dice, so I have to roll it.
That's 3 if you buy it, which
Yeah.
is enough. Okay,
Hey,
you are not
something to do
surprised when
with-
3 tac squad clothing guys jump out of the bushes.
Just like that. Ding ding.
Squad?
Okay.
They look like they're SWAT squad, or SWAT, or
Oh.
Hey, do you guys have my
kind of
long
like
haul?
HDR. They don't say anything.
What do you
They
have?
are shooting at you.
Oh,
But you guys go first.
How many of them
Back
are
into
there?
the church.
There are 3 of them.
how close are they together?
They are, 2 of them are close, like within 10 feet of each other, and the third one is like 10 meters away from that.
I threw a grenade at the center one.
Roll it.
I am in the church with the dawn.
I mean, initiative, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going first. Okay.
Yeah, we rolled initiative.
I said my 15 probably doesn't go very fast.
You had 15? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my very last point of edge on this. 5 hits.
So rolled 3 to place.
Yeah, you just needed 3 to place it.
Well, I rolled 2.
Oh, okay. Well, then we could have rolled scatter.
Well, I'm actually, you know what?
That should 5 hits.
I thought it was 4 to place.
No,
3.
I'll just buy it. I got 12 dice.
Okay. You put it right at the foot of the center guy.
Uh-huh.
What's the grenade?
High explosive.
Beavis, of course.
Well, it would be either high explosive or napalm.
Incendiary, one or
So
the
the guy
other.
doesn't get hit at all. Because I think a high explosive one has a radius of 8 meters.
I need to go looking for it.
Minus 2 damage per meter, minus 2 AP, and
Yeah, 16 T minus 2 per meter going out, 2 AP.
Boy, am I glad that I'm not looking, or that I'm not supposed to be grabbing one of those. Okay.
center guy takes 16p, guy 10 feet away takes
Nothing.
10p.
10 feet weighs on 3 meters.
Well, 10 is minus 5, so 6P.
What?
No, 10 meters.
feet.
10 feet. Oh, I was thinking 10 meters.
It said one was
meters.
10 feet and one was 10 meters.
Ah, yeah.
10 feet, foot guy
Yeah,
would
he'd take 10 feet.
damage with minus
Yeah.
2 AP. The one
Okay.
who's 10 meters away wouldn't take
Sorry,
anything.
didn't realize that's how you there, Jeremy.
It's okay. Math. Math hurts this late in the evening.
What started?
Please.
I went outside looking for all the wake up drug, and I get people shooting at me, so I'm killing them.
The Night Iron?
Doesn't have armor listed.
I don't know who they are.
Of course he doesn't have armor listed. There it is. Okay.
Why did you go outside again?
Yeah, I wanted to get all that
long haul.
Get all the long haul.
Parking lot.
So I have to kill these guys to get my long haul.
I actually was just gonna get the drones because I get to play with the parts, but apparently there's enemies out there.
So did you go with them or
You're
did you?
I wanted to go out there, yeah. All three of us went out there. We're going
Yeah, I was gonna go out with my friend. If my friend went outside, I'd go outside too.
I am staying inside with the Don.
Since he doesn't believe.
With the Donald?
Yeah.
But
He was asleep last night. He was like, guys, if you're not gonna let me go, I'm just gonna take a nap, and slept through the whole thing.
I don't care. I'm still staying with Luigi.
He still had a bit of a headache.
With Luigi?
Guess what?
Yeah, the grenade goes off, but his armor takes most of the damage.
Okay.
And the first one's a little bloody. The second one, I don't want to roll all that dice.
By hits.
Yeah,
only
he
10.
kind of loses an arm and screams.
Okay. Well, it's a good start.
And that's the end of your turn, right? Are you moving? Are you saying anything?
I'll get behind some cover.
Okay. Next.
I'm gonna have to duck back in the church, but I'm gonna make my car come over and try to hit them with my own car.
Drive over them.
Which means I have to take cover and then drop into it, jump into it.
Okay. Roll your vehicle's pilot and any auto sauce for driving.
I mean, I'm talking about going in myself, not.
Right.
I don't think I have any auto sauce for driving.
It comes with one automatically, doesn't it?
Not always.
Oh.
Okay, then pilot times 2.
Okay. Rolls what? Pilot times 2 and what else?
Jason, how you find?
Any auto sauce, but if you don't have the auto sauce, then
I don't
just
know,
double
some people
pilot.
are shooting at me.
Only one hit out of 6 dice. So.
Okay, it starts rolling towards the guys, but doesn't get any speed developed, and you are now back in the building.
Yeah.
You said you had 15?
Yes.
Okay, they are going on 16. They are going to shoot the building.
The building?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you were out of the way, so, yeah, how bad is their aim?
Well, I mean, it's pretty hard to miss.
I could definitely jump into the thing in AR, so it's not like.
Yeah, they miss you. They were, well, one of them was trying to hit you, but you got cover, and the other one was just trying to put holes in the building.
Okay.
And is
Did he
successful at
succeed?
that.
And putting holes in the building?
Yes. They don't go all the way through, but there are holes in the building. And it is now your turn.
Can I find light cover somewhere nearby?
Sure.
I will drop find light cover, and I will catch all 3 of them in suppressive fire.
Or
If I
2 of them
can.
now.
Partial cover you could do.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
What, 2 of them, or because you said one
of them
lost an
got
arm.
half blown up.
Yeah, he's lost an arm. He's kind of not in the fight, but kind of still there.
Okay.
Well,
And then it's 10 meters between the 2 that are remaining.
actually, the one who hasn't been hit yet.
Okay. Just do suppressive fire on him?
No, I'm just going to shoot him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
I'm going to shoot him with a a simple full auto burst.
Okay.
So it's,
Oh, should I be rolling initiative or?
Yeah, you're inside.
only if you were dumb enough to go outside with the rest of us.
Hey, I wanted those drones because they're parts that I can use to mess with other drones and maybe make a
Perfect
monstrosity.
sense to
drone.
me.
The droning style.
I'm sorry, I was expecting Don to run.
Frankenstein drone.
Well,
Franken drone.
her character's watching it, so watching the Don. Franken drone.
Is it a DS? DSi?
2DS.
3DS.
Oh, okay. I've never seen one with quite that form factor.
It's 2DS. All of them are that way. All the original ones are. The XL ones are like 3DXs and they close. But.
Yeah, I'm just
8 hits. Sheesh. I had to edge because otherwise I would have had 3 on 17 dice.
You went
Why
from-
can I not read this the way I want to?
So you went from bad to half.
No. I
Oh, you roll
rolled
more. For the results.
11 hits. I can keep 8.
So you've got 2 net.
That is 12p minus 6.
You have hit him repeatedly with a lot of bullets, and he goes ow, 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 and drops, but is not dead. Back to the top.
So the guy who's not. So there's one still standing, right?
There are 3 that are alive. One of them is still standing. Yes.
And he's sort of somewhat injured, but not completely.
Right.
All right. How far away is he?
Within throwing distance.
Well, I run up and hit him with my flaming sword. And I have a movement of
What kind of weapons are they using?
They are using
2244.
HK-227s.
Those are some machine guns?
Yeah.
So he still has a flaming sword.
Are those fully automatic?
Of course not.
They are now.
Because I'm definitely going to be picking those up because I don't have that much ammo. And that would be really good for suppressive fire. So I'll just grab them and grab one and grab the magazines.
Yes, it is fully auto.
Good. I'll be stealing their ammo and one of their guns for suppressive fire.
I have no gun skills except for gunnery.
What do I have to do to take the gun from their smart link and put it on mine?
All right, I'm going to use that as I used. I didn't have to use last time.
You probably just have to. You probably have to do hardware rolls.
Wait, what's my physical limit?
It wouldn't be that bad.
Right.
I can help you.
Do you need a submachine gun?
No, I don't have any.
Well, I maxed out my limit on my sword
at
at 8.
Gunnery.
At 8? Okay.
Yeah.
Do your drones need a submachine gun?
I could probably put one on drone. Drones right now, 2 of them are very alphas. One has a machine pistol. The other one, flying eyes.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, limit of 8 on the sword.
Sorry. Okay, you have 3 net.
Okay, so that'd be 13p and minus 1.
Please tell me what you did to this poor defenseless attacking
On
individual.
fire.
I don't know, I killed him.
Okay. So you run screaming at him. Are you waving your flaming sword overhead and then just sort of bring it down through them and cut them?
God, no, that's a terrible position. It leaves me wide open, man.
Okay, so you would run screaming, waving a flaming sword overhead, and then you bring it down to a ready charge position, and then as you charge, you just sort of skewer him, and now you have s'mores?
Yes.
Okay.
And when he flicks his sword, he flicks coffee off of the
So you have the smell of charred meat, of roast person, and a hint after flavor of cappuccino Italian roast.
So it's like I've been downtown.
Yeah, actually, yeah. And now you're hungry.
All right, well, I just dispatched the other 2.
They kind of try to run away.
Yeah, I just
But
dispatched the
other
other 2.
people go first, so...
Okay.
What did you want to do? You
I
want
was
to run?
gonna, use my vehicle to smack them, but, whatever.
Go ahead.
You can just go back to collecting drones and I'll just dispatch them.
No, if they're about to run away, I'll just go back to collecting drones.
Okay, you can chase them along and make them run faster.
I'll make the car follow them.
Okay.
That works.
Do they drop their guns while they're running?
No.
Okay, well then the car might have to move faster.
And hit one of, yeah, because...
Okay, there is one gun left on the ground from the guy that got skewered.
Yeah, but I think the ammo the other 2 guys have too. Suppressive fire uses 20 rounds at a time.
I have no guns on my truck. I haven't put anything on it yet.
It's also an armored vehicle. They're not gonna.
They're gonna laugh, because it looks like a cartoon.
Okay, so we'll wrap up this.
So how much long haul do I have now?
You now have 2 doses of long haul.
That's it?
Yeah, because a lot of stuff got destroyed.
Fine,
So
I give it to a couple.
after they get far enough away, I'll bring the car back and we're gonna start throwing drum parts.
Can I roll any kind of Can I roll any kind of assistance on the magic people who are sustaining all of this?
Not really, because
No?
it's a ritual, and you can't really jump into a ritual after it's been started. You need to know all the steps of the ritual.
I wasn't sure I could just,
Well, I give
Finishing leadership, just go back
leadership
and
that help
go,
them.
go. You're doing great.
If you want to, go ahead. We'll see how long it establishes their stamina.
Anyway, so we have more we need to do here. Or what were you going to do?
Well, I give
everybody give me a perception check.
I give long haul to
fail.
the two sleepiest looking guys.
Okay, I rolled 3 successes on 5 dice.
I'm rolling leadership first.
Right after I said I'd fail.
Okay, everybody who gets more than one hit notices the Don trying to sneak away in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, too bad.
No, he's with me, and I rolled a 4.
Yeah, but you're trying to leadership, so you may not be paying.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and intimidate him by grabbing him by the ears and grab him and say, sit your freaking ass down
I just look
now, or
at him.
I'm gonna make you regret your ever-born male.
I just look at him and grin with my flaming sword.
So you're gonna castrate him?
In a church?
You know, we're supposed to keep you alive. It doesn't-
Yes, I don't
No, that's
really
a
care.
Jewish ceremony, not a Christian one.
We're supposed to keep you alive. The ritual said nothing about your hands.
Hey.
It also said nothing
Yeah.
about procreation.
It said nothing about the extra head that you have.
So, yeah, we'll end tonight here. That way we've got enough to work with. We'll wrap
And
up
then when he
soon.
sits down, because I'm holding him by the ear, I guess not.
Gonna have PTSD after this.
Knocking him out again?
We don't care.
That's fair.
What force are you casting it at?
I don't want to kill him. Probably like what, 4-6 would be.
Okay.
Yes, knockout is the one that is indirect, so that means it has a base.
Okay. And how is that one done again? You roll to determine.
She has to roll an unarmed to touch him, and then
All right,
then
let's
it's force.
wrap up. Let's.
All right, we're done.
Okay. Yeah, he's a little bloody and bruised as you channel more magic than you thought you were going to through your body.
if there's a mana storm outside, that doesn't surprise me.
Don Kelly.
Sorry.
Grandma Baba will just kind of stop knitting for a moment.
I
look at you,
apologize. That's not what I was hoping for.
tisk twice, and then go back to knitting. We'll wrap up tonight. We'll still be in the church next time. So. Thanks for sticking with us for another episode. This is your host and frequent GM, Jeremy. At this time, the bar is closed, so we'll have to settle up our tab. The Topps Company Incorporated has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrum. The Topps Company Incorporated has granted permission to the Shadowrum podcast to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with the Shadowrum podcast in any official capacity whatsoever. All other works mentioned on the Shadowrum podcast are the property of their respective owners. The Shadowrum podcast is recorded under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial 4.0 International License. If you have any questions about what that entails, please contact them at creativecommons.org. The music used on the Shadowrum podcast has been Lee Rosevere. Lee's music can be found at bandcamp.com. The intro music was Glass Android, and the outro music was Max Flashback. The Shadowrum podcast is hosted digitally by The Relative Dimension as part of the Relative Dimension Podcast Network. You can reach out to them at relativedimension.com. You can reach the Shadowrum Podcast through Twitter at Shadowrum Podcast PDCST or via email at shadowrum.podcast@gmail.com. That's shadowrum, R-U-M, .podcast@gmail.com. Again, this is Jeremy reminding you to please drink responsibly, follow the laws about drinking ages in your area of the world, and see you guys in the shadows, Shummer.